Good morning, this is Miss Callahan, bringing you your last recorded maths lesson of the week on Thursday the 14th of January. For tomorrow's maths, we would like you to complete the tasks on Purple Mash and practice your times tables. If you have any work to finish from the beginning of the week, then you could also do that. But remember, you've got to bring your packs back to us on Friday at 10 o'clock and collect your new pack. Your starter task for today is the same as Monday. We're going to do a times table test. You will have 60 seconds to answer as many of your 2 times tables as you can. And our goal is to beat the score that we got on Monday. So have you got your times table sheet and pencils ready? Wait till I've got the timer. Go, 60 seconds. Time's up. How did you find that? I'd like you to mark your answers and give yourself a score out of 40. You can go back and finish all the ones you didn't do later. Pause the video while you mark it and then press play when you're ready to finish and carry on with the lesson. Let us recap some of the work we've done this week. So our first problem is Jack has built some towers using cubes. How many towers has he built? Well done if you said 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many cubes are in each tower? 1, 2. Answer should be 2. How many cubes has he used in total? 8. How would we write that as a multiplication calculation? We could write it 4 times 2 equals 8, or 2 times 4 equals 8, because multiplication is commutative and you can write them in either order and still have the same total. Next one, have a try at this. How many towers has she built? So Whitney has built 6 towers. Well done if you said that. How many cubes are in each tower? 2. We know that because it looks the same as the last one that also had 2 cubes. How many cubes has she used in total? Give yourself a pat on the back if you said 12. And our multiplication calculations. 6 times 2 equals 12. Or if we wrote it the other way around, 2 times 6 equals 12. Dexter has also been building towers using cubes. How many towers has he built? Well, we can see that he's got 1 tower and 2 towers, so the answer is 2. How many cubes are there in each tower? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, multiplication calculation could be 2 multiplied by 7 or 7 multiplied by 2. And we know that we could use our 2 times tables to count that. So count 2 7 times, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So the answer would be 12. Now I would like you to complete the number line. What are we counting up in? 2, 4. We're counting up in 2s, so it would be 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. Which times tables does the number line show? Is it the 1 times table? It's not counting up in 1s. It's counting up in 2s, so it must be the 2 times tables. Next, we need to complete the array and times table facts so that they match. So we need to make it say 2 times 2. I can see that we've got 1 row of 2 here, but we need to draw another circle to make it say 2 rows times 2 columns. Altogether, we can see that we've got 4 counters. Can you have a try at the next 2? Have a try in your books now, and then press play when you want to see the answers. So for question B, we had to do 2 times 5. So this row only had 4 counters, so you needed to draw 1 more, and then altogether you have got 10 counters in your array. Question C I found a little bit tricky. So we know that we need 2s, so they've got columns of 2. And we know that the answer's 8, so I drew 2 more counters to make it up to 8. What is the array representing? Oh, I see. You are doing 2 multiplied by 4. Because there are 4 counters in the rows. Now in your books, I would like you to complete the number sentences. Some questions are written 3 multiplied by 2, and some questions you need to write the answers first. It's just your 2 times tables, but written in a different order. And when you're ready to move on to the next part of the lesson, continue watching the video. Now we've got a word problem to solve. Annie's plane flew twice as far as Amir's. And we know that Amir's plane flew 9 metres. So we can see here this is Amir. His flew 9 metres. And Annie's flew twice as far. So we need to have 2 lots of 9. What is the multiplication question? Did you say 2 times 9? And using our 2 times tables, 2 times 9 is 18. Annie's plane flew 18 metres. Let's try another word problem. Teddy has £8. Rosie has twice as much money as Teddy. How much money does Rosie have? We can see from the problem that it's got twice written. Twice just means 2 times, so Rosie has 2 times as much money as Teddy. So 2 times by 8 equals, we should be getting really good at our times tables now, especially our 2s because we've been practicing them all week. 2 times 8 is 16. Now this looks a little bit complicated, but it's nothing to worry about. So here at the top we've got 6 times 2 is the same as 5 times 2 add 1 times 2. So here we've got 6 times 2 in an array. And we can see that equals 12. Underneath we've got an array of 5 multiplied by 2 and 1 multiplied by 2. And we can see that that is true. 6 times 2 is the same as 5 times 2, add 1 times 2, because it makes the same array. We could go even further than that. We could do 4 times 2, add 2 times 2, or 3 times 2, add 3 times 2, or 2 times 2, add 2 times 2, add 2 times 2. Could we use our arrows or equal signs to complete the comparisons? So the first one wants us to compare 8 times 2 and 4 times 2 add 3 times 2. So let's count how many we've got in this array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of 2, which is the same as this side. And we're going to compare it to 4 times 2 add 3 times 2. So I'm going to put a circle around 4 times 2 first. And then 3 times 2. And we can see, if we covered these two up, that 4 times 2 add 3 times 2 is less than 8 times 2. So our arrow would need to go that way. The next one, 4 times 2, add 4 times 2, and we've got 8 times 2. So let's try that again. Let's do group arrow array around our array that says 4 times 2, and the other group would also be 4 times 2. Therefore, that one is equals. How many towers has Jack built this time? So he's built 4 towers with 5 cubes in each tower. So we know we're moving on to our 5 times tables now. And in total, 4 groups of 5, he has used 20 cubes. And that can be written as 4 times 5 equals 20, or 5 times 4 equals 20. Now we need to match the picture to the times table fact. So let's have a look at this one. You can see that they're columns of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 columns of 5, or 5 multiplied by 5. And this one, we've got 2 lots of 5. I'll join them two. Here we've got 5, 10, 15. So we've jumped 3 lots of 5. And finally we've got a dice with 5 dots on. So that must be 1 lot of 5. Can we complete the number line? So 0, 5, 10, what comes next? Got to be 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And because we're counting in 5s, we know that shows the 5 times tables. Moving on to a money problem. This is going to need our 2s and our 5s times tables. Amir has got 4 5p's. What is 4 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20. You know, it's going to be 20p. Alex has got 2p's. She's got 7 lots of 2p's. 7 times 2, 14. And we need to add the money together because we want to find out how much money they have all together. So we're going to do 20p, add 14p equals 34p. So all together they've got 34p. Your main task for today is to answer some questions on 2 times tables and 5 times tables worksheets that I'm going to show you on the screen in a minute in your books. So you're going to have to pause the video when your group's questions are up. Remember that when you're writing your answers in your books, to write the question number that you're answering first and to only put one number in each square of your book. So if you are in red group, this is your work. So pause the video here. If you are in orange group, this is your work. So pause the video and complete these now. If you are in yellow group, these are your questions. So pause the video here. Have a try answering these questions in your book. And finally, these are the green questions. If you're stuck at anything, email us and your teachers will help you best we can. Well done everyone. Get on with your task now. And remember to practice your times tables and do your purple mash tomorrow.